talk today about seed organizing, which is one of my favorite parts of garden planning, and also how I plan out my garden, how I map it out, and I'll show you my plan and different things that way. So we're in January and I've ordered my seeds. They've arrived. It's always a big happy day. It's like Christmas for me. I lay them out on the table and organize them by types, and then this year I got some boxes to organize things. So I went a little crazy, and the reason I went crazy is because last year all my seed packets got really wet with the soil and stuff, and so I wanted to protect them a little bit more this year. But I have organized all my plants. I'll turn this so you can see it. But I've organized my plants by plant date, and I wrote on the card when I need to plant them indoors, and then also when I need to transplant them outdoors. And they're all organized by months because certain plants go in during certain months. And then the bottom case is my direct sow, and they're organized the same way. Some will go out with luck if weather holds in late March, early April. There's a saying here in Bountiful that you always wait and plant on Mother's Day weekend, all of your transplants, because that just seems to be when the last frost is out. If you go by Farmer's Almanac frost date, it's April 15th to April 30th. So we're just going to play with the weather and see what we end up doing. But this was easy for me. I can use this from year to year and just keep organizing. You don't always use your seeds from year to year, and it's a way for me to know what I need to order the next year. We're going to move into garden planning, and you can do this as simple as you want. You can go paper, napkin, whatever, floats your boat. I did a very simple one the first couple of years, and then I moved into what I'm using now, which is the Farmer's Almanac Garden Planner. It's a free offering that they have. If you just go to Farmer's Almanac, you'll find it. I subscribe because I liked some of the features that they offer that's not in the free program. So you come to this landing page. It has this great tutorial that you can go through. It shows you how to create boxes and introduce the plants and different things like that. I've created my planner for this year. I have one from 2021, last year, and then this year. And I'm going to go into that and show the garden. So the cool feature that I liked about this this year's upgrade to the subscription was that instead of all months, I can go month by month, and so I can show my garden in steps. If I go to January, everything's completely blank. You can just see the outline of the garden itself, and I'm going to try to move it so you can see where all my boxes are. And this is not to scale. This is to Mindy's idea of her garden. I know what my plan looks like outside. This is just to help keep it clean in my head. Like I say, you can go from month to month. So in February, March, you can start seeing that I'm going to seed in the ground my lettuces, spinach, and those are some direct sow. They like the cold air. They need the moisture of the early spring to kind of get the seeds to pop open. And so you just do that. I think I've mentioned before that I use square foot gardening. I can get more seeds per my boxes that way, and a bigger harvest that I would like. The other cool feature is that when you're adding your seeds to this, you can put in your dates. And so you put in your in-ground date and your harvest date, and then I can see which boxes start emptying and where I can put in different plants to have a fall crop, if that's what we're going to try this year. You can see by July, June, actually, everything is in ground. July, things start going out. The early lettuces, spinach, those get too hot in the summer. They bolt, and I have to remove them. And I can't replant those until a little bit later. Another cool feature of this is, again, with my seeds organized, I know exactly what I need to pull up. This tool has all of the seeds, all types of vegetables, even fruit trees, flowers that you grow. I'm putting a lot of flower boxes in my garden as well, just to bring in pollinators and different things that way. Another cool feature of this, and I believe it's in the free plan that you can get as well, but you can choose a plant. So when I'm planting, you want to use companion plants. And then the next year you want to rotate out because you don't want to plant in the same boxes. But the companion plants are really cool. They help each other. They keep different insects away from one another. And so if I type in, let's say, tomatoes, oops, there we go. And I choose a tomato and it will show me. Last year it has my garden plan, and so it shows me where I should not plant my tomatoes this year. It has red on there, so I know not to put them in those boxes. But the cool thing is that I can select the tomato. I'm just going to move it over here, and then it'll show companions. And so I can look at this and I go, oh, I can plant asparagus with my tomatoes. Basil is an amazing plant for your tomatoes. Not only does it smell well, it grows well underneath and keeps the weeds and things down, and it helps to fertilize. It puts different things into the soil that the tomatoes need, and vice versa. They help each other out. They can be planted with beans or any of these different options it'll show. You can click on those and it will give you information about each one as well. And so if you go over to the button, to this information button, it'll give you the type of soil that it needs, how much feeding it needs for mulch and different things, how far to plant them, and then it will also list the benefits of certain plants with the one that you chose. It's a great tool. On the next episode, it'll be February, and so we're going to be planting up some different seeds in-house in the greenhouse. I'll go to my next section and get those all planted up. If you're finding this helpful, please click on the Bountiful Farmhouse logo, subscribe, hit the like button, and also share your comments. If you have different tips and tools that you use, we would love to collaborate with everybody. So thank you for joining us today.